So today, I'm not gonna tell you what an NFT is or how you can 100x your money by buying and selling NFTs. Today, I wanna help you understand what is behind the NFT space and why people that call themselves degens and use words like diamond hands, rug pull, and FUD are spending tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for buying stuff like this. You know, in the past few months, I felt a lot like an explorer in the 1800s, going to a faraway land. Except the colonialism, maybe? I found the local culture so new and weird, and I bought my first NFT, which was this ship right here, which ended up being one of the hottest projects of the year, making me a 20x 5-figure return. However, I still don't consider myself a local. Yes, I take part in some of the rituals, but I feel like I'm a bit of an outsider. And if you want to understand the NFT space, it's not about the technology, you have to understand the people. While the word NFT is seemingly everywhere now, the actual community is still super small. So far, on OpenSea there are only 1 million accounts, and with people creating multiple ones, the community is well under 1 million. A million people might sound like a lot, but consider that 5.1 billion people are using the internet right now. And to make a comparison, 1 million people is the size of the internet in 1991, or the size of all the cryptocurrency users in 2013. Imagine there is an island that is disconnected from the outside world, and the currency of this island is bananas. And after a while, the inhabitants of the island get bored and they start to draw pictures and selling these pictures among each other. They have plenty of bananas, so one picture can even be worth 1,000 bananas. And then one day, Leonardo DiCaprio lands on the island and tells the whole world that bananas are cool and useful. And so over time, bananas become actually worth a lot. They are worth $100 each. So now the pictures that the inhabitants of the island were trading are now worth $1 million each. And so now newspapers and websites are writing articles about these people that are trading cute pictures for $1 million. And how this is also crazy and outrageous. But for the people on the island, it just makes sense. They have a lot of bananas, they are having fun doing this, so they keep playing the game. And now if any outsider wants to play this game with the people on the island, they have to pay a hefty USD price to enter. And now replace bananas with Ethereum, drawings with NFTs, the people on the island with the early crypto community, remove Leonardo DiCaprio, and now everything starts to make a bit more sense. Because in reality, most relevant players in the NFT space were already crypto rich. Maybe they bought in on Bitcoin or Ethereum early, or they made a lot of money with some altcoins. And NFTs are just their playground. And these people that spend $100,000 on a digital ape, they are reasoning and thinking and spending it in Ethereum. They don't care about converting it to real world money now, because they would have already done that. They believe in crypto and they believe that this is the future, so they want to stay in the game, they want to stay involved. I asked around in the community if people would still buy NFTs if they were sold in US dollars, and the response was mostly no, they don't care. And it's no coincidence that the NFT sales volume has the exact opposite behavior of the crypto volume. Because when crypto is low, then people transition to NFTs to make some gains and have some fun. And now let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the NFTs themselves. We've been told that this technology is so revolutionary. It can change the way we think about finance and asset ownership. And this is what we came up with. The people that have been shaping the NFT space so far were crypto enthusiasts and artists that were trying to build a cool community around a common interest. They're mostly late millennials that have been growing up forged by the internet and the internet culture. And this reflects in the aesthetic and the language that is used. And more often than not, the art in these NFT projects is not even the point. And the value of the NFT itself is strictly tied to the value of the community that is behind. Think for a second about Bored Apes. If you get one, you are suddenly in a very exclusive club with people like Post Malone and Eminem. Take for example Core, an exclusive membership-only club in New York City. You pay a $50,000 entry fee and $15,000 a year just to stay in this exclusive community. And this is exactly the same thing at these NFT projects. Of course with a different language and culture, but the basic concept is the same. And so when traditional media comes along writing articles about how it's wrong that a digital ape is worth $2 million, I think they are missing the fact that this is just the byproduct of an internet subculture. A bunch of people that just wanted to build a cool community regardless of the fact that Ethereum is $200 or $10,000. This internet subculture blows up, and now people are blaming the NFT community because they are having fun with digital penguins instead of revolutionizing the real estate market with blockchain technology. These things will take time, but in the past months, we've seen how the NFT space is evolving from just simple JPEGs into something with higher social value like DAOs and finance applications and crypto gaming. But of course there is a very big dark side to the current state of the NFT community. And this is also the reason why I don't really feel fully part of this community yet, and why it's gonna take a couple more years for this to really go mainstream. With this much attention in the space, literally thousands of projects are created each month, and most of them stay afloat just because of hype. There is nothing really there in terms of an actual community or some technical foundations. And you can see this for yourself. Whenever you join a community of a lot of projects, it's just a bunch of people saying how amazing that project is, how it's gonna go to the moon, and they are driven by an agenda. Of course, they own that. They want the price to go up. They are incentivized to share it everywhere and keep writing rockets on Discord chats. Personally, I do believe, and I'm not the only one, that 99% of NFT projects will just be worthless in a short amount of time. And after this massacre, the ones that will survive are gonna be the next Disney or the next Fortnite. When a new technology or innovation comes along, it's normal to see an overabundance of ideas and projects and initiatives, only for the majority of them to be just fluff and empty promises. But don't forget that through this process, a few winners will come up, and those are the ones that are gonna really change things. Another huge problem in the NFT space is just scams and how easy it is to lose money if you're not paying attention. When I joined my first NFT Discord server, I was greeted by 15 different bots that were trying to send me fake links, scam me, or take my money in some way. It's estimated that more than 80% of all the projects on OpenSea are just scams. And take a look at this Discord server that I'm in, with over 48,000 bots that have been banned from the server. And it's not just scams, you have to be careful and pay attention to every detail. In December, somebody made a typo when selling their Bored Ape NFT and ended up listing it for $3,000 instead of $300,000. The NFT was snagged up in seconds, and of course the blockchain is immutable, so you cannot hit Ctrl-Z and go back. The last big problem that is plaguing the NFT space is just the fees, which are crazy high and making it inaccessible for the average person to start trading NFTs. You see, the Ethereum network, which is what most NFTs are traded on, is super congested right now. And the fee for making a single NFT transaction could be as high as $300 without even the guarantee that your transaction will actually happen. $300 just in fees. Now, of course, there are ways to go around this. There are layer 2s, Ethereum 2 with a beacon chain is on the roadmap, but in the current state of things, for the average person, the fees are just too ridiculous. So yes, I think the NFT space right now is inherently flawed. It was built by crypto enthusiasts for crypto enthusiasts, and it still has a long way to go before solving its problems, crossing the chasm, and becoming something interesting for the mainstream. There are signs that we are moving in the right direction, and I strongly believe that digital ownership through the blockchain is going to be a major part of the internet in the next 10 years. But still, 99% of what we see today will most likely be gone and worthless. Across this transition, there are billions of dollars of opportunity. And yes, I am taking advantage of it by selling digital animals right now, but I see what is going to happen in the next years, and I have the big picture in mind. So if you want to get involved in this space, do your own research, invest money that you are willing to lose, and I will leave it in the description, YouTube channels and Twitter accounts that I respect, talking about the NFT space, so you can get your information from the right places. If you liked this video and you felt like you got some value out of it, consider subscribing to my channel, and here are some other videos that you might enjoy. Remove Leonardo DiCaprio.